There we are. Hey, everybody. Prepper Nurse One here. Hope everybody is doing well tonight. Very busy couple of days here at the homestead. So we'll give this a moment for people to roll in here, and we will get on topic. We're going to talk about, Houston and all that type of situation. What's going on with tropical storm Imelda? I want to make sure I said it right. But very interesting day. So anyway, so before we get started, I'd like to say just a couple things. Please keep your comments clean. Be decent to each other. No racism or anything like that. Because if you do, then my moderators that you see lit up in blue will boot you out of here. And they are awesome. They keep things clean. They keep the chat clean. And I appreciate them very much because they do a great job. So anyway, so that being said, also, if you have any questions after we get going with stuff, then please, all cap locks what stands out for me so I can kind of keep an eye on that and stuff like that. So anyway, I wanted to go over one thing before we got started, okay? So I made a couple of jests earlier in today's videos that I did and about a trollish email that I received from the fictional Joe Smith, which is such an original name. That's just awesome. So first of all, I can tell by the way that the email was written that it's a child. Has to be a child because he knows absolutely nothing about what he's talking about, but I just, people, again, what I truly do not understand and never will understand, if you don't like somebody's channel and you don't like what they're doing, why do you watch their channel? It doesn't make any sense to me. Makes absolutely no sense. But anyway, so that was that, and I'm not going to get into what this individual was saying because it's not worth it. But the whole thing with the eggs thing was like just very funny. So, and I may make a couple of references in the video today. Like when I say right now, if you haven't given me a thumbs up, Joe Smith, give me a thumbs up if you would. That was just for him because he was saying me begging for thumbs up and how horrible that is and how terrible. So guys, actually, if you haven't yet, just shoot me a thumbs up. I would definitely appreciate it. It's very funny. It's very funny. Just, I got a laugh out of it, to be honest with you. So if he thought he was going to get some other kind of rise, not going to happen. I just thought it was very funny because it was very childish. And if you are an adult, please go back on your medication. That will probably really help you. Okay. So anyway, so let's get into topic. Okay. Let us talk about tropical storm Imelda. Okay. And so the Houston area, 4 people did die because of the storm so far. That's what they have. So definitely my heart goes out to their family. I will shoot you a thumbs up for one fresh farm egg. Yeah, there you go. No problem. I got plenty. Come on over. You can have some. To be honest with you, I do give a lot of them away. When mom goes tomorrow, when she goes back to my sister's, she's taking 2 dozen with her. So, but yeah, so I have a lot of eggs, and then I give eggs to Chris and Greg quite a bit as well. So, it's I have the chickens for my pleasure, for collecting the eggs, and I really enjoy them. So, that's kind of why I do it. So. Hurricanes popping up like cockroaches, very active season. Yeah, I saw that, JJ. Yeah, there's like 7 storms right now going. So, yeah, it was pretty crazy. So, anyway, so 4 people did pass away from the storm, okay? Hundreds of people have been displaced from their homes, also because of the storms, all right? Basically, now this I thought was interesting. You had 9 barges break loose from their moorings, okay? And Interstate 10, which is over, and I'm not even going to try to say this river's name, but over this one river. But it was, they had to clear traffic in both directions because 2 of the barges hit the bridges where it goes over this river, all right? And so you're talking about a bridge and a roadway that on a normal day has 123,000 vehicles passing over that bridge every day. So when you have to shut down a bridge like that, that's definitely a bad situation, okay? There have been over 1,700 high water rescues and evacuations to get people to shelters, all right? 900 flights were canceled in the Houston area because of this as well. They received, and I want you to think about this to try to put it into perspective. They received 40 inches of rains in parts of Texas in 72 hours. That's crazy. That's a crazy amount of rain in that time frame. And so, I mean, where's the water going to go? There's no place for it to go. Okay. So it ended up being the seventh wettest tropical cyclone, is what they're calling it, to hit the continental U.S. So, and the thing is, it happened so quickly that they didn't give people enough of a chance to prepare for it, because they didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was. So you're talking about a situation. So how bad is it for them down there? They're still assessing the damage, but I just wanted to kind of run those numbers by you to give you an idea. It's a lot of craziness as far as what has been going on. Of course, you're gonna, and I love how they've changed the name of it now. So it's no longer global warming; it's now climate change. Well, let's talk about that for a second, okay? Climate change has been happening throughout the history of the world. The planet goes in cycles. It's colder, it's warmer, it gets colder, it gets warmer. That's what the planet does. So, to say that, what we're doing to the environment. Now, don't get me wrong. Human beings are absolutely horrible to the environment. So, it's cyclical. Exactly. Climate is cyclical. Exactly. And Music Mad just said that. And it is, because it's going to change. It's always going to change. And so, like some winters, we've had some very mild winters up here, and other winters, it's been very, very cold. So, I just think that it's very, to try to blame it on what. Okay, so here's what I want you to think about, too. And this kind of puts it into perspective. So the reality of things, okay? All the crap that we put out into the environment, it's not good for it. I get it. I know. It's absolutely not good for it, okay? When one volcano goes off and it puts all that stuff up into the atmosphere, do you think that's good for the atmosphere? Do you think that's good for it as well? Should maybe we have a tax on volcanoes? I mean, it's ridiculous to say that the small amount of stuff that we're putting into the atmosphere is causing all this weather changes and stuff like that. And it's a scare tactic is what it is. And that's my opinion. People can think whatever they want to think, and that's okay, but and the weather's always going to change. Always going to, ban volcanoes. There you go, Wolfgang. I think that's a great idea. We'll say no more volcanoes. You can't go, well, we can still have volcanoes, but we'll have to tell them that they cannot go off as often as they have been. I think that would be the great way to do it. It's crazy. 8 inches of water in Mobile streets yesterday from a storm. Tubular Guy 9 just said that. Wow, yeah, in Mobile. Yeah, okay, it's just, there's so much water going on. New York just banned unvaccinated children from public schools. Oh, that's nice of them. It's getting nuts. I mean, the control mechanisms, guys, is getting nuts. Look at the whole vaping issue, okay? Look at that one. You had Cuomo just banned the flavors here in New York State, okay? It's all, and I've said it before, it's all about control. Little by little by little, they take more and more and more control, giving up our rights, giving up our freedoms, and it happens all the time. All the time. So, but, let's see. Lots of chemtrails in lower New York State. Lori Austin just said that. Yeah, it hasn't been bad here, honestly. So it's probably already too late. Decades of pollution. Mother Earth is fed up. Oh, and Mother Earth has had enough of us. She will shake us off like fleas. That's what Mother Earth will do. When she's had enough of our nonsense, she will definitely shake us off, and there will be nothing that we could do about it. So somebody had asked, and I won't say the name, but somebody had asked if I would do a video with Mom drinking a beer tonight. But actually, Mom's already gone to bed. She's very, very tired. She's been working hard, and like I said, she is 76 years old, and we've been putting, in some good work on, getting things stained here with the homestead. But I'll tell you what, guys, if you watch the 2 videos from earlier today, I'm really, really liking the way it's coming. It's looking fantastic. I'm really, really pleased. So, Absolutely awesome. So, yeah, Walmart is quit selling e-cigs because of fake THC deaths. Yeah, and that's the whole thing with that. It's so crazy. You know, they've already proven realistically that vaping is definitely safer than smoking cigarettes. Now, are there probably some health issues long term with it? I'm sure that there are. Okay. But the thing is, it's not as bad as smoking cigarettes. And, you can still go out and get that pack of cigarettes. So good for you, right? Unbelievable. Chris Hansen just said, "My mom, Ed, your mom is a real trooper." She is. She likes to paint, and I'm going to tell you what. Honestly, it has been very, very enjoyable working together and just talking. Didn't even have a radio on or anything, and I could have kicked the radio out there and got that going. But we've just sat there and we've talked and just had a really, really good time, and just working along as we go. And it's been really, really enjoyable. And so it's been fun. And like I said, we painted for years and years when I was younger. And to be back doing it again. And she was saying tonight today when we were painting, my grandfather, who's now passed away, her dad, he stopped painting at 72 because he ended up getting leukemia, and so he passed away at 77. And so she said, "Well, I'm 76 and I'm still painting, and I'll keep doing it as long as I can." Do you think that Heart Project is at play or something like that? Living Sweet Journey asked me that. You know what? I think that's part of it. I know that they can control the weather. They've been doing different things for controlling the weather since the 50s, if you look back at the history of it. So it definitely, if we have the technology and say China or Russia also have the technology, they could be trying to use it against us and stuff like that. I mean, you look at the hurricane that came through and basically sat on the Bahamas for a day. It was moving along, and then it just stopped. And then it was going to hit the U.S., and it was going to be a direct hit into Florida, and then it turned, and it went up, and it brushed the coast. I mean, it was just weird stuff. So I definitely think that there is something at play in that aspect, that there's ways that they can control stuff with that. So it would not shock me at all. Your home looks awesome. Love the colors. Cherish your mom. I miss my parents every day. Fourth Born Woodworking just said that. Yeah, I do. I appreciate having her. We talk all the time anyway, even when she's not here. And I appreciate you saying that about the colors. The colors look awesome. And it's very earthy. It's got the earth tones, and it's like with a stain, it gives it the really rustic look as far as the house itself. So it's really, really cool. So let's see. Anyone else at Walmart having the door guy scan everything you just bought? I've never had him ask me one time, to be honest with you. I've never had anybody ask to see my receipt at Walmart. JJ just said Sam's Club now checks the IDs in the store. Well, they got rid of all the Sam's Clubs here in New York, except the one, I think there's still one in Buffalo, but the one that they had in Rochester and Henrietta, they're gone. So, guys, if you haven't shot me a thumbs up yet, if you would do that, I would appreciate that. If I could speak, it would be helpful. And that's for you, Joe Smith. Hope you like that. So I'm going to make fun of this guy. I'm telling you right now. Like I said, I know he's a kid, so it's very, very, it's funny. Michigan Walmart rescans everything I just bought. I quit Walmart. Mr. Rose said that. That's crazy that they would do that. I wouldn't like that either. If you just walked out, I would not like that at all. So, but anyway, what was I going to say to you guys? God, I was going to say something else, and I can't remember what it was now. There's a Sam's Club in Niagara Falls. Okay, all right, yeah, I did. Penny Woods Living just said that. Yeah, I did. I wasn't sure. I knew that, like I said, I knew that they had gotten rid of the one in Henrietta and the one in Greece, New York. So I know those ones are gone for sure, because I used to be a member of Sam's. I like Sam's Club, actually. Is your mom available to rent out for beer? I have painting to do in Indiana. I'll have to check with her on that. Indiana's a little bit a long ways away there, John. She's a good sport. And it's funny too because realistically, in the day while we're painting, we will generally stop one time and drink a beer. That's generally what we both will have. We'll have one. So it's not like she's drinking all the time. I just like to bust her chops about that. And whenever she's drinking a beer, I'd like to try to get that on video because I just think it's funny. So, invasion of Area 51 was supposed to be today. What happened? I know that there was 2 guys got arrested at the gate. I heard that. I don't know what else was going on. I'm sure that they were making sure that nobody was getting close. I'm sure they were doing that. So, absolutely. So, somebody just said Sam's Club in Cheektowaga. Mary Smith just said that. Okay. Banks getting fed money every day this week because they have no cash, up to half of the 2008 TARP. Yeah, you know what? I was just talking to a buddy of mine about that, and I'm going to be talking to him more about that later. So, that's we will definitely I'll find out more about that. Maybe I'll do a video about that. There's over 1,000 people at Area 51 right now. Oh, Mike just said that. Okay. Well, that's not the million that they were hoping for, I guess, right? So I wanted to show you guys something here while we're getting into this and we're getting into the talk. I wanted to show you. I'm going to adjust the camera. Oh, wait a minute. What's that? What is that? Legacy Foods in a bucket. Somebody had made a comment, and the reason I just did that is, again, for a reason. Somebody had said that, he's pushing Legacy Foods all the time, but doesn't even have any of himself. And I've told you guys in the past, I have Legacy Foods. It's part of my storage for long-term food storage. So that just goes, I wanted to show that on video that, yes, I do. And I'll even hold it up here so you guys can see it again. Let me just do that here. So, see? Legacy Foods, freeze-dried food. So let's see what's in this bucket here, okay? We got one Italian pasta primavera, one pasta Alfredo, one pasta primavera. Oh, the pasta with marinara was the first one, okay. One enchiladas, beans and rice, one stroganoff, one cheese and broccoli bake, one creamy a la king, one macaroni and cheese, one creamy potato soup, one classic chili mix, one multi-grain cereal, 2 oatmeal bar with brown sugar, 1 strawberry cream of wheat, 1 old-fashioned pancake mix. So it's a 60 serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner bucket. That's what this bucket is right here, guys, okay? So I wanted to make sure that I showed you, because now for a moment I am going to talk about Legacy Foods. We are still doing our sale on our website. If you are interested and you want to take advantage of that, the sale will be over Wednesday. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not running another sale probably for at least a month. Unless Legacy themselves, the company, decides to run a sale. That would be the only way I would do a sale. But I'm probably not going to do a sale for at least a month after this. So if you want to take advantage, any of the bucket meals with Legacy right now are 25% off. If you spend more than $500 after your discount, you can get a free t-shirt, free coffee mug, or bumper sticker, whatever one you want. Okay, so I just wanted to be very, very clear that yes, I sell Legacy freeze-dried foods, but I also have it for myself and as part of my own bug-out food storage supplies. So just so people, they can stop talking like I don't do things. I'm going to tell you what, guys. When I back something, it's because I've tried it, I like it, and I believe it's a good product. You will not ever see me on here hawking some crap that I don't believe in. It's not going to happen. If I do a review, I still got to do a review for that medical kit, okay, that came in the mail for me. I will do an honest review. I will tell the truth, and that's the way I roll. So, have you tried all the meals in the Legacy Foods? I have not had the potato soup yet. I'll be honest with you. I have not had that yet. I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to do a review on that at some point. But I have tried most of the foods yet. Probably, if you look and see, I've done reviews on a lot of the foods, and I'm going to tell you right now, guys, the food is good, and you got to remember too. If you look at the pricing from Legacy Foods to other ones, per portion size, Legacy has the largest portion size of any of them. So, Wolfgang says, I like Mountain House. They're not bad either. I actually have Mountain House in my food storage as well. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I'm not going to BS you guys. I have MREs in my, storage stuff. I have, the rice, beans, and everything else that goes along with it. I have a lot of different things. I believe we need to be diversified in our preps. You need to have canned goods. I have canned goods. I've done videos on it, okay? You need your long-term food storage stuff. You need your shelf life stuff that's going to last a long time, your pastas, and all those type of things as well. You need to have it all if you can do it. Obviously everybody can't always do it all at once, and that's fine. You work at it methodically, and I've talked about that as well, but Smitty, I don't even know how to say all that. Welber, whatever. And he says, my kids love the potato soup mix. Yeah, I haven't had that one yet. That's one that I'm definitely going to do a review on. I may bring Chris and Greg down here to do that with me. And I think it's Linda Smith, have 2 ham radios. How do I get a license? Any tips? They have booklets that you can study for your operator's license. I actually have one because somebody sent me a ham radio, and actually I'm planning on doing that over this winter when the weather's miserable and there's nothing else to do. I plan on really working on getting that. Have you gotten more flagpoles yet? Because the earth is flat. I have Earth is flat to send you. Earth flag. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. I got to get more flagpoles, Lori Austin. I absolutely do. You know what? I don't know if it's going to happen this year. I may, what I'll probably do, because in another month or so, I'm probably going to be taking all the flags down because of winter. And so what I'll probably do is I'll start getting some over the winter. And then in the spring, I'll be having a whole bunch more flagpoles going up, because I probably have 10 flags that I never flew this year on top of the ones that I got out there flying already. So, and if anybody's wondering about that, that doesn't know why they're talking about the flags, I've always said, if you send me the flag of your country, I will fly the flag of your country, just to show support that we're all in this together. And that's why I fly the different flags from all over the world. U.S. to deploy troops to Saudi strategic oil supplies after the drone strike. Smitty just said that. I hadn't seen that, but that doesn't surprise me. And it also puts them in place for any kind of further engagement as well that needs to be taken care of, as we know what the true ultimate agenda is. So the more boots they can put on the ground in that region, that's what they want. That's what they want to do. Hey, Amanda Romo, thank you very much for that donation. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And there's another one for you, Joe Smith, because he doesn't like it that I acknowledge people that give me a donation right away. But that's too bad, because I figure if somebody's going to take the time to give me a donation, I am going to acknowledge it when they do it. And that's why I acknowledge it when somebody gives me a donation. So that was another problem that Joe Smith, fake Joe Smith there, had. So would you fly state flags? I probably, John, I'll tell you what, if you guys want to send me the state flags, I'll fly the state flags too. Absolutely. I'm going to end up having a ton of flags if you guys start sending me state flags on top of everything else. So, do I have the UK flag? Yes, I do. If you want to look out, when the video I did today on the front of the house over here that we just finished up today, we have that one flying right there. So, Sticks fan just said, I heard it on the radio earlier, the Pentagon is sending troops to Saudi. Yeah, I'll have to look at that and look that information up. But like I said, again, it's all of it's a ploy, all of it's a manipulation, because the ultimate goal is to take out Iran. And as we all know that, okay? That is the ultimate goal, is to take out Iran. So don't be surprised. What kind of flagpoles, in case I want to send you one? Lori Austin. Okay, just a normal flagpole that you fly your flags on. They have the kind that you can mount to the house or to a wall, to a tree or whatever. Just that type. Free beer tomorrow flag. Yeah, right. There you go. So, let's see. JJ just said troops are already in place. Oh, they've been placing troops in place for a while. That has been going on for a while. What they're doing, in my opinion, they're getting, they've already got the troops in place. They're getting supplies and logistics and everything set up right now. It's a matter of time before it jumps off. It's just a matter of time. That's my opinion. I see us going to war with Iran, and I don't think anything is going to stop it. But they're trying to win public opinion before they do it. That's the whole goal, is to win public opinion. So, I just, like I said, I don't think war's ever really the answer for anything. But, is it hard on the chickens to run winter light? No. I will definitely put a light bulb or something in there to give them extra light when the winter gets here, because you're talking once true winter's here, we can be dark at like 5 o'clock in the evening. It'll be dark. So, and it's been getting. Do I want a pirate flag? Sure, I'll take a pirate flag, Sam. Yeah, absolutely, I'll take a pirate flag. But it keeps getting darker earlier. Even now, it's darker and darker earlier. So, like before, I would do my live stream, and then after my live stream, usually the chickens would roost up probably about 8:45. And so after my live stream, I would go out and I would roost, or excuse me, put the chickens up then. And but what happens now? It's like now they're inside. Like tonight, I did 7 o'clock. I went out at 7. They were all in. I went up, locked them up for the night. So. Yeah, our cabin in the woods. I was actually just talking with a buddy of mine about that. About them, he just said, "Have you seen all the money banks are needing? Billions every day." Yeah, I just was actually before the stream. I was talking to a buddy of mine about that. I'm going to talk to him again, and I'll get more information on it. I definitely will do a video on it, because I think that's kind of interesting as well. We're headed for bad stuff, guys. That's why, it's like when I tell people about prepping, I'm not just talking out my butt. I really think that we're in for very, very hard times. Heather, 18 yet? No, not to the end of next month. The twins will be 18 on the 29th of October. So, yeah, they're getting close. I can't believe that time's flying really, really fast. So, but yeah, so anyway, so here's something funny. It's like somebody else had made a comment that I tried to send my mother out to lock up the chickens. And I'm like, that's never happened. I never told my mom ever to lock up the chickens. Mom was in here the other day when I was doing my live stream, and I think she asked me, did I lock up the chickens? And I said, yes, the chickens are locked up. Either me or Heather are the only two that have ever locked up the chickens, okay? And Heather's in college now, so guess who's locking up the chickens every single day? Me. So, let's see. Living Sweet Journey said, Ed, I've seen it with my own eyes. It's going bad fast. Yeah, it's scary. There is a lot of stuff going on, Smitty said 436 people watching. It says 34 thumbs up and 4 people too stupid to change the channel. That's funny. Yeah, people are going to hate me. It is what it is. They can think or say whatever they want. They have no idea. They're not here. They don't live here. They don't know what's happening. So, I have to take it with a grain of salt. I have to look at it realistically with a lot of people. I have never come on here thinking I'm better than anybody else. I'm very, very lucky, and I've said it many, many times. I'm blessed to be where I'm at. I picked this property very, very strategically for a reason, and that's why I did it, okay? And, you look at the progress that we've made here over the last several years. And I love it when people say to me, oh, well, go get a job, you low life, you this, you that. Well, you know what? I had a job for a long, long time. I worked my butt off for years and years and years. And because I got to be in a position where I don't have to anymore, you're going to still tell me to go get a job? And realistically, my job now, in a way, is YouTube. In a way, I make videos every single day. And, I come on here and do live stream. Now, and don't get me wrong, to me, it's not a job because I enjoy doing it, okay? And here's the funny thing, and this was what I was just talking to my mom today about. I said, if I was still working full time, and I said, I wouldn't have had the time to do half the stuff that I've done, even just this year alone on the property. I mean, you look what we've accomplished just this year alone. If I had been working full time, there's no way I would have been able to do this. No way, none. So, to me, it's like, first of all, you're never going to make everybody happy. So I'm not even going to try to make everybody happy. I feel very, very blessed that I'm able to stay home, to work on projects here at the homestead, to get things done, just like with getting the house stained. Okay, it's a project that needed to be done. It probably should have been done 4 years ago. I didn't have the funds to do it. There were other priorities that were first. And so, you try to do what you can, but that dollar only stretches so far. So that's just the way it goes. And I'm not asking anybody for any more money. Okay. I appreciate the people that donated for the project. Like I said, I felt like a piece of garbage, to be honest with you, to ask for help. But I did it, and enough people donated that we had, got enough. We bought 10 gallons of stain for the main things, and we picked up another gallon that we already used up for the skirting. So I was absolutely appreciative of all the donations that people gave me, and it really, really helped. And it came at a really good time for us to be able to work on this while the weather's been decent, where it's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's been perfect. So again, I appreciate it. And then people are, oh, you're just an e-beggar, because I asked for help one time. Out of how many years have I been on YouTube, and I asked for help one time, and all of a sudden now I'm this horrible e-beggar? Well, people can think what they want, so Kevin H says the place looks nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We've done a lot this year. We've got a lot of stuff going on that we've been doing on, a lot of projects. A lot of great stuff has happened this year. We've been really, really lucky. And it's been great. And so I'm really, really happy with everything that we've gotten done. And, but how many acres do I have? Amy Joyce just asked that. I have 3 acres here, Amy. I have a possibility of adding 3 more down the road, which I do plan on doing. But for right now, and then if I get that other 3 acres that I want, 6 is more than enough. I don't utilize all the 3 acres that I have. Behind the house, up the hill, I don't utilize any of that land right now at this point. I haven't had any need to. I've been trying to focus on working on things down on this end of the property, and there's still plenty to do, So, but Kevin H says, happy for you, man. Good to see you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm a blessed individual, and I will be the first one to say that. I've had people my whole life tell me you're really, really lucky you fall into stuff. And I think it's a combination of that, and it's how you treat people, though, too. You know what I mean? So I think it's a combination of everything. Like I said, I don't BS anybody. I don't, and I never will. I say it like it is, which makes some people uncomfortable, and they don't like it. Haters are always negative. Our cabin in the woods. I'm sure you deal with that on your channel. No matter what you do, guys, you're going to have people that hate you. Part of it's going to be jealousy because they're not you. They don't have the stones to do what you've done. And so, that's how, do I plan on installing cameras on your property? I'm not going to say if I already have them or not, but let's just say it's not a bad thing to have that and other deterrents as well. I don't really talk about security that much, so I'll just leave it at that. But thank you for that question, Tony Black Moon. It's nice to be able to live out a dream doing it with a family and others in mind. Yeah, absolutely. And that's, this was a dream that I've had, that I've wanted to do, that I wanted to do for a long time before we were able to put it in action. And I'm going to tell you what, guys, it's not easy. And I've said it. I've told you guys, this is not easy. This is not this cakewalk that some people walk in with delusions of grandeur. They think that everything is going to go swimmingly. There's going to be no problems. Everything's going to work perfectly. Well, that's not the way it works. When you jump in both feet to a situation, and now you're there, and all of a sudden, man, this isn't any fun, and this isn't any fun, and this is hard work, and that's hard work, and but it's if it's what you want to do, and you're willing to sacrifice, and there's the biggest thing right there, guys. You sacrifice for the short term for the long term gain. Just like our solar system, I didn't do my solar system overnight. That took time, and it's been a long time coming. Like we just this year put up the new solar rack, as you guys have seen. If anybody's watched the channel has seen, we just put up that solar rack. I wanted to get that done last year. That was a project that I wanted to get done last year. I wanted to get the chicken coop done last year. Okay, we were able to finish the chicken coop this year, and I was fortunate enough that we had neighbors that were moving that had 12 chickens and said, "You can have them." So, absolutely. Choo Choo Rooter Bean, are you debt free? Other than having a car payment and a motorcycle payment, yes. I don't have, like I said, I don't do credit cards, and well, I have a Kohl's card. That's it. That's the only card I have as far as a credit card goes. But I have my my bank cards and a debit card that you can use just like a charge card, but you got to have the money in the account. But that's the way that I have that. But my property is paid for. I don't know anything on my property. My house is paid for. Everything that we've done on the house, we've done it, as we've gone along. So, but it just, you work on things as you can. And if you can sacrifice in the short term, like I said, we started out up here. If anybody remembers, when we first got up here, I started out with 3 solar panels. Okay, we had 3 250-watt solar panels, and we had marine deep cycle batteries that I had picked up. Okay, and I think I had 8 of those. All right, we had a 12-volt system at the time, and so that's how we started out. But we realized really, really quickly that was not going to cut it. So we had to revamp everything. And I'm going to go refer again, and I will always refer to this because I always give credit where credit's due. Bill and Rosa from Bill and Rosa Off Grid. Okay, they, he contacted me. Bill did, and I talked with him about the solar system, and he said, "Copy my system." He goes, "There's probably 12 other people out there that have copied my exact system." And guess what? Somebody that lives off grid that has a system that's working, and they say, "Copy my system." You know what you're going to do if you're smart? If you're smart, you're going to copy their system, and that's exactly what I did. And since that point, I've added another charge controller, and so it just it happens. You just have to work on it. Your house isn't Marklow, but it fits your needs and what really all you need. Yeah, you know what? It's not the Taj Mahal. I would never wanted the Taj Mahal. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I won tomorrow, if I won $500 million, I'm not moving. I might get another property down south to winter in another property, but I don't need a big house. I would never want a big house. I want something small that's functional, that works. That's all I need. So, it's simple. Yeah, it's simple man. Exactly, Chris. Chris Culp just said that, simple man. I have simple needs. I'm not a suit and tie guy. I'm never going to be a suit and tie guy. I'm a jeans and t-shirt kind of guy. That's who I am. That's who I'm going to be. So, you know what? I'll never put on airs. That's just not me. It's just not. I was talking to somebody today, and I was saying to him, I said, I don't care if I had 1 million subscribers and was making huge bank, from YouTube. I'm still going to be me. I'm not going to be any different, and that's just the way it goes. Perjoy Makeup has a question. What did they say, JJ? I didn't. Let's see. I don't. What was their question? Yeah, there's a lot. I miss questions, guys, and I apologize. Let's see. I run my system right now. We're a 24-volt system. We do it's a 24 is what we're doing right now. So. Let's see. How much to contact you for sending Heather a care package? Oh, how to contact me? Okay. Okay, so the best way to contact me is send me an email at preppernurse1@yahoo.com. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Give me your number, and then that way I'll give you a call if that's the way you'd like to do it. and I appreciate you thinking of Heather. That's awesome, and I'm sure she'll appreciate it as well. She's doing really, really well. She just had 2 tests today. I talked to her earlier today, and she had 2 tests today, and I asked her how she did on her test, and she said fine. And she called me, I think it was about 5 o'clock, and she says, well, I wanted to call you because I'm going out, and I'm going to, I think she's going to shoot pool with a young man that she met at college. So she's very smitten right now with this young man. So that's okay. That's good. And I said, that's fine. Go have fun. She goes, well, I didn't want you to call me when I was in the middle of spending time with him. And I said, well, listen, I said, I'm doing my live stream. Give me a holler after my live stream, and I'll talk to you then. And she's like, okay. So, yeah, she's doing great. Have you seen Wild Wonderful Off-Grid Solar System, 15,000 and super nice? I have not seen that. No, I have not seen it. I've seen quite a few different people, different systems that they've had. Hey, Living Sweet Journey. Remember this. I want to thank my haters, but they keep watching my stuff so they can talk crap about it, but it benefits me. Yeah, exactly. And thank you so much for that donation. Yeah, it's funny, and that's what I laugh about, and that's why I say, like Joe Smith. Joe Smith, thank you so much for watching my channel. Obviously, you watch it a lot because of all the things that you've sent in your email. I think that's freaking hilarious. I absolutely think that that's hilarious. Yeah, at No Shotgun Wedding. No. You know what? She's enjoying her life. She's being a young lady, and and I'm happy for her. She's doing well, and but yeah, so but haters, like I said, and they still watch. So watch away, hate all you want. That's what I think is freaking hysterical. Yeah, she will make the wise decision. You're right, Smitty, and thank you for that. And it is because of how she was raised. Actually, this boy that she's talking with, when she told him that she lived off grid and stuff like that, he was very interested and thought that was very cool. So that's a positive right there, right off the bat. So, but yeah, it's definitely interesting. Yeah, they help you anyway. Exactly. Even when they thumbs down, they don't realize that that's an interaction. And it helps the channel. So, they people, like I said, you know what? I'll be honest with you. When I first got into YouTube and I first got started and I got my first hater, okay? And I call them haters, not trolls. They're whatever they are. It really bothered me at first. And then I kind of realized that, you're not going to make everybody happy. Everybody's not going to think like you do. And you don't try to please everybody. Just be myself. And if they like me, great. And if they don't, then that's fine. Kat just said, no worries, Ed. We all love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Anna. And I do it. You know what? And I do this because I want to help people. That's why I do it. And somebody else just said jealous. That's a big part of it, I think, for a lot of people. And they can continue to be jealous. That's fine. I don't care. I'm still going to do what I do. I'm not going to change who I am. So, they're just broken people that need to lash out at anyone. Yeah, a lot of them are, Kevin H. They're sad, pathetic people that their life didn't go the way that they wanted to. So when they see somebody that, what is the name brand of your house? I don't know what you mean by that. So, but anyway, it's, with the people that they're very sad people, and life didn't turn out the way they wanted to. So when they see somebody that's happy, I think it actually causes them physical pain because they can't stand, when somebody else is happy. So that's why they want to lash out and try to attack people. But what they don't understand is that doesn't bother me. So not anymore. Believe me, I got a thick skin real quick. You have to in this. So many people can't take it. LPL is one of them. Couldn't take the haters, and that's why she's out of it. She's not doing it. You know what I mean? She still has her channel up, but hey, Vincent Koch, I'm at my campsite, but don't want to miss your live chat. You're part of my night. Very cool. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for that donation. I appreciate that. So I thank you for that donation too, by the way. But they're sad, and that's all we got to do. We just got to feel sorry for people like that, and it just hope that they can look at themselves in the mirror and find out why they hate so badly and try to fix that. Because hate only hurts the person it hates, to be honest with you. That's it. Let's see. He's only the right guy for Heather if he can come to your place and live off grid for a week, John said. Yeah, well, it's a little too early to tell anything. They just started talking to each other and spending time together. And she said she's enjoying spending time with him and he's easy to talk to. So, that's just what they do. Mr. Rose says, I always look at Joe Smith for advice, and I'm currently a failure. That's funny. I love that. Great comment, Mr. Rose. Thank you. And thank you for that donation. I appreciate that. That's funny. So, but somebody just said, show me your gun collection. Guns? I don't have guns. Who has guns? Guns are bad. Remember? Guns are bad. Oh, my God. I took my daughter's boyfriend to target practice. Our cabin in the woods just said that. That's cool. That's the way to do it. Yep. So that is the way to do it. What's the size of your house and where did you get it? Linda Smith, the size of it, it's 14 by 40. And, you can actually get them anywhere, the Amish built places and stuff like that. And so you can get them anywhere, to be honest with you. They have all different places all over the place. If you look it up online, small homes and all that type of stuff, that you're going to see that there. So, Drain the Swamp 2.0. No boys till she's 30 for my daughter. Yeah, I used to tell Heather that too. I used to say to her, I said, you can't date till you're 30. So, yeah. Yeah, so Eddie went, we were going to go to a movie on Thursday, but I told him we're going to have to wait till Monday because with working on this, we've been pretty tired. And, I told him, I said, he'll be back home on Sunday. And so I told him, I said, Monday, because Monday's supposed to rain. I said, him and I will go to a movie on Sunday. So that's what we're planning on doing. He really enjoys going to the movies. And so, that's one of the things that he likes to do because there's not a lot that he wants to go and do, to be honest with you. So, that we just kind of do what we can. Let's see. Right, with a target on them. That's funny, Kevin H. He said, get T-shirts with the pistol targets on them and hand them out, right? That is too funny. That is absolutely too funny. Guys, if you haven't done so yet, if you could shoot me a thumbs up, I definitely would appreciate that. Again, it's for you, Joe Smith. So I would appreciate that, guys, if you would do that. We'll see if we can hit. Let's see if we can hit 300 tonight. We're at 240 right now, so let's see if we can hit that 300 mark. Show is speeding along. It always does. I'll tell you what. This hour, every time when we get on here and I do these talks and chats, they go by so fast. It's absolutely crazy. It's amazing to me how fast they go by. So. Genius expert needs an attitude adjustment. Yeah, well, yeah, he does. He does. A lot of people need an attitude readjustment. Some people are lucky enough to get one if they run their mouth like they do sometimes, but not everybody. But, it happens. Do the Amish finance? If you buy it, you can buy it through a lot of different places, and what they normally do is the normal thing that they do is you can get when we bought our place here, I bought it on payments for 3 years. Okay. And so to get it, you had to pay a deposit and then your first month's payment, and then they deliver it to you, and then you're on payments. And so we had that, and I actually paid it off before the 3 years was up. I paid it off early. If you go back and look at those videos, you would see, that I did that. And it saved me a lot of money at that point to do that. So it was a good choice to be able to do that. And when I bought the building, I had people say to me, and I'll talk about, and I've said this before, but I'll say this again. And they said, oh, you went right back into debt again. And what I tried to explain to people was I went into debt for 3 years, not 30. So, there's what it's all about. You have to look at things realistically, what's going to work for you, what's not going to work for you. And it was a short-term situation, and we paid it off, and now it's been paid off. So, and it's and that's a great feeling. It really, truly is. And, And people can call it a shack or whatever they want to call it, because guess what? I don't care, because it's paid for. It's our home. We live in it. Oh, yeah, and guess what? I don't get a gas and electric bill. Awesome. And here's the best part, too. So people ask me about the propane. We use the propane for hot water. That's it. That is a hot water on demand unit that we use the propane tank for. I use less than 100 gallons of propane every year. They've actually now, they were coming twice a year. Now they come once a year. They come once a year to fill my propane tank, because they know it's not going to take a lot to fill my propane tank. So, and I'm going to tell you what, that's what it's all about. It's being as free as you possibly can be. And if you can do it, then, that's the way to do it. And, like if you don't have high expectations and want to impress everybody, this is a great way to live, guys. It really is. I mean, how much room do you really need, realistically? You don't need a whole lot, realistically. So, people think they got to have that big house, and you don't always have to have it. And I'm going to tell you what, one of the biggest things out here, and I've talked about this too, is, going out at night and looking at the stars. It's a great feeling, So, please move the fire pit away from the gas tank. Chris Culp just said that. Yeah, it's, we had the fire pit there for before, and then this year we moved the propane tank back to where it is. It's not really that close, so I'm not having huge bonfires, so it really is not a problem. But so just so you know, it's not really a hazard at that point. How much was my monthly payment? I'll tell you, because it doesn't make any difference now, because it's already paid for. We paid $460 a month is what I paid for. Now I want you to listen. So when we got the house, we paid $460 a month was our payment. You can't go someplace and rent an apartment for $460 a month. You can't do it. And then once you rent that apartment, then you're looking at all the other expenses that come along with it. So it well worth the money, well worth the investment. And we did what we had to do, and we got through it. And believe me, 3 years went by fast, really fast. Tree saw limb in the branch. What are my tattoos? Okay, so this one up here, it says first jump, and it's 6/23/90. It was the first time I jumped out of an airplane. I went skydiving with an ex-girlfriend, obviously 1990, a long time ago. This one here is an Indian headdress with a skeleton head. That was actually my second tattoo that I got. FTA is another tattoo that I have there. And anybody that's in the military probably knows what that stands for. It was a joke. And I said, when I get out, I'm having that put on my arm. Little kids ask me, it stands for fun, thrills, and adventure. Anybody else can kind of figure that out on their own. On this side, this was my very first tattoo that I got. It says fight or die. I was fresh out of basic. I was 19 years old, super gung-ho. So that was my first one. This one up here is a rose, and it has my sister's nickname. I called her Queen. I've always called her Queen because she was the queen bee. So it's out of affection. So that I got that tattoo for her. On my back, on one side, I have the Grim Reaper, and on the other side, I have Odin, who is the pagan god, of the Norse. So those are my tattoos. Good looking honky. I have that same tattoo on my body. Which one? Which one do you have? Do I have a well on my property? Yes, I have a well on my property. I absolutely have a well on my property. It's 130 foot deep. So rent and utilities in central New York are using up 55 to 60% of my income. I believe it. M. Desa, D-E-S-A, said that. Yeah. Oh, I believe it. And that's what and you look at that and you're throwing that money away. It's you're throwing that money away. And so, it's that's why if you can sacrifice and make the sacrifice, get a little piece of property, get that building in there, and then you work on it as you go. That's the way to do it. Let's see. Skull says, my eyes are on you. That's funny. I like that. That's absolutely funny. I like that. That would be cool. What branch of the military were I was in the Army. I was in the Army. I did my basic and AIT out in Fort Leatherwood in Missouri. Came home, worked as a hometown recruiter's aide for 6 weeks, and then from there I was supposed to go to Fort Drum up in Watertown, New York, which I was like, that is awesome because I'll be close to home. I could come home every weekend. And then I got up to Fort Drum, and they'd already filled my slot in my MOS because of the 6 weeks of being a hometown recruiter's aide. So they sent me down to Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and that's where I went, and that's where I stayed. So, and I was in an airborne unit. I was a part of the 20th Engineer Brigade. I was an attachment for them. We were engineers. That's an engineer detachment if anybody wants to know. But it was pretty cool. I didn't jump out of planes when I was in the service. I did it for fun after I got out. So, oh, thank you, Amanda. Not a problem. No, I didn't go to airborne school. I never jumped in the service. I was in an airborne unit, but we were the legs. They called us legs because we walked everywhere, and we called them wind dummies because they jumped out of airplanes. So then when I got out of the service, like 1990, I was already obviously out of the service, and I was dating this girl, and she says, "Let's go skydiving," and I went, "All right, let's do it," because that's the way I am. You make a suggestion, like say if I'm dating somebody. And I'm definitely always been open to trying new things. So when she said, "Let's go skydiving," I was like, cool, I'll do it, so. Bill Norwood, I graduated August 25th, 1989. I graduated in 1984. So I'm kind of dating myself there. But yeah, many, many moons ago. I'm on a fixed income, retired. Things are tough, but still save money for preps. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all about, it's your mindset realistically. It's how bad you want to do something and how bad you want to do it. So good for you, hon. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that you still prep, even though being on a fixed income and stuff. And I'm going to tell you what, I know that's not easy. I know a lot of people that have been on fixed incomes, and Smitty said I graduated in 67. Wow. Yeah, that's a few years. I was 2 years old when you graduated. So, oh my God. Yeah, you have to give up a lot, I'm sure, on that fixed income. It's no fun at all. Well, my mom's on a fixed income, she gets so much a month from Social Security, and that's it, so, she was living with me for a while, and, now she lives with my sister, and, she, like I said, she always can come up here anytime she wants to, anytime. All right, we're at 275 on the thumbs up, guys. We're running out of time. Let's see if we can jump that up to 300 before we get off of here. Smitty says, I supplement my fixed income. Yeah, that's a smart way to do it. That is absolutely the smart way to do it. Judy Dowell just said, I'm on a fixed income and buy seeds and grow tons of food to put up. That's a great way to do it, too. Absolutely a great way to do it. I do have pictures of me in uniform. I have to pull one of them out. I'll pull one of them. Actually, I'll pull one of them out. When I do my next live stream, remind me, and I'll pull out one of the pictures that I had when we were in the barracks, and I'll show you. I had my head shaved then with no facial hair, so as soon as I could grow my mustache, I grew my mustache as soon as I got done with basic training. I've always had a mustache since I've been about 11. So, but anyway, let's see, what do we got here? Yep, our cabin in the woods just said to M. DeRosa there, you're doing better than most people. They just talk. You do more than just talk. And that's the way to do it, guys. With prepping, it's just working together, just working at things, working at it methodically. Hopefully you have the support of your family, and, that's what it's all about. It's having that support network to help you out. All right, guys, we're 11 thumbs up short here of 300. We're at 289. So if we could see if we could pop this up here just a little bit more, it would be great. So what do we got here? So we're going to talk about, first of all, I want to thank all my moderators, first of all, for being here tonight, for watching the chat, for keeping things clean. I appreciate you guys. You have no idea how much I appreciate you. Secondly, I wanted to say we are Legion. There are so many of us out here, guys. We're a huge family. and we can truly make a difference when that time comes. Okay, and that's what it's really all about, is being decent people like most of us on here are. There's a lot of great people out here, and I know that, and so that's really, really great. So anyway, so we are Legion, guys. So now we got to do it. Where is everybody from? Let's see where everybody's at from tonight. And we did make 300. I see we're at 302 right at the moment. So we got Sodus, Michigan, Ireland, very cool, Indiana, Oklahoma, Chicagoland, Louisiana, Virginia, Kentucky, West Virginia, or Western Massachusetts, Spokane, Washington, Florida, Tilson, New York, Southern Kentucky, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Australia, very cool, New Zealand, nice, Boston, Massachusetts, Nashville, Tennessee, Houston, Texas, Georgia, Binghamton, New York, Montana, Ohio, Ransomville, New York, Fort Davis, Texas, near Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, very nice. Let's see, we got Houston, Texas, nice, Cincinnati, Indiana, New Mexico, downstate New York, New Jersey, Michigan, Central New York, Greater Michigan, Mobile, Alabama, Brooklyn, New York City, Howey, Texas, Florida, let's see, Marietta, Ohio, Missouri, Maine, let's see, Ottawa, Kansas, Clarkson, New York, Liberty Hills, Texas, Windsor, Georgia, Alabama, let's see, Elwood City, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Northwest Arkansas, Oklahoma. So we're, guys, that just goes to show we're all over the place. We are all over the world, all over this country, and there's a lot of us out here, and I think that, like I've said this before, we're awoken for a reason. There's a reason that we've been awoken. And I think when the time comes, we can make a big difference. I really do. And so, I think it's important that we try to help people if we can. So we just got near the Canadian border, Maryland, North Texas, New Jersey, Troy, New York. Okay, so anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off of here for now. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the support. I love you guys. You guys have no idea. You motivate the crap out of me. You really, really, truly do. And I truly appreciate you guys. You have no idea. It's awesome. And I love doing what I'm doing. And I love sharing it with you guys. I really, truly do. So anyway, guys, remember, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. When the time comes, we're the ones that are going to make a difference. We really, really are. Also, remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Got one of the cats wants to go out. She's scratching at the door. Also, remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from getting there, guys, is you. Nobody else can stop you, all right? I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Be safe, guys, all right? And I will see you tomorrow. Mom and I will be back at it tomorrow, so I will talk to you guys then. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.